Good afternoon and welcome to Yoga with Joan. So today I am running through a short 20-minute sequence for stabilising. So the mind is always looking for an experience, always searching. And sometimes the body's just really tired and it just wants to just chill. So I thought maybe during this 20 minutes if we could try to invite ourselves down to the body and to take ourselves out of the mind and maybe tune into the senses, maybe be supported by the senses, okay? So we're listening out for sounds and we're not searching for anything, we're just noticing any sounds, any feelings, any sensations that are coming, but we're not searching. So we're aiming to stabilize. So I hope you can join me, slip into something comfortable and come down to the mat. We're going to begin as we always do in our Shavasana, lying down, relaxing. Now you mightn't get past this, you could be too tired and the lying down maybe is all you need, and that's fine too. So I put a little cushion behind my head. I'm going to spread the shoulders on the mat, heels on the mat, the feet go out to either side, palms are relaxed. Check in with the right side and the left side. Surrender to the mat. So notice the parts of the body that are on the mat. And notice any parts of the body that are tight or tense. And just breathe into that, because it's all fine. Whatever's happening for you right now is exactly what's meant to be happening for you. So we're not trying to change anything. We're just trying to stabilize and maybe witness. Be the observer. So it's always really good once you settle the container down to come to the body, come to the breath, sorry. So we inhale, let the belly rise. Exhale, the belly flattens. Inhale, invite the breath all the way up to the collarbone. Exhale, release the breath, the belly flattens. Inhale. Exhale. And then one more time. And then bend the knees and take both knees into the chest and circle around on the lower back. So you're kind of circling on the sacrum, and it's a really nice stretch for the back and into the hips. So on the inhale, you draw the hips in, you exhale, move away. And you can change directions. And then take the feet back down and take the arms up nice and long. Okay? So this time if you have space, we're not actually going to pull on the shoulders. I'm going to leave my shoulder blades down on the mat. Just taking a wide a wide length up, and then drop the left arm down, and then drop the right arm down. So this looks really easy, and it is, but it's a surrender pose. It's a big thing to do. More to it than it looks. Notice the back of the hand on the ground, on the cold tiles or floor, the arms. Notice if one shoulder is more on the mat than the other. And then come back up. Take them up behind you. Oops. And then back down. And take them down. Just to get the shoulders moving. Then bending the knees. Coming all the way up. And coming into a cat-cow. So you get your knee pads and the wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and just come in and open up the spine like this. Exhale, head into the heart, dip down, come up for the inhale. Exhale, inhale. So it's not important what shape you make or how it looks. What's important is how it feels. We're going to exhale, come back. Inhale, come over. Exhale, come back, soften the elbows. Inhale, coming over. Exhale, come back. So keep the elbows, keep the joints soft, keep the shoulders, keep the pads of the fingers pressed into the mat, and then exhale, change directions. And then, if the knees allow, you can open up the knees and come all the way down into a child's pose. Now in a child's pose, the forehead comes to the mat, okay? And the shoulders are active, okay? And the forearms are resting. Now the heels, the seat rests on the heels, and you lengthen the spine. So you inhale, and as you exhale, you spread the back, the lungs. And then coming all the way up. Turn the toes under and come into your down dog. Now in the down dog, we're going to just very, very gently walk out the back of the knees. So I spread the shoulders, push into the hands, release the head, center the head in between the shoulders. So the head weighs just over a stone, and you carry it around all day, every day. You have a chance now to let go. Just drop it. Make space for the head by spreading the shoulders. So I'm not forcing the heels to the mat. I'm gently inquiring if I can open up the back of the knees. I am lengthening between the shoulders and the hips. That's where I'm looking for that stretch. So I'm making space, and I'm lifting the heart away from the mat and towards the thighs. Take a couple of breaths here. Lift the hips up and fold forward into a plank. So again, I'm keeping that little bit of softness in the shoulders. Draw the heels away, lengthen through the crown of the head, lower, and then drop the knees down and come all the way down. Forehead comes to the mat. Take the hands out and come up into a low cobra. Exhaling back down. Draw the hands in and come back into child's pose. We're going to do thread the needle. With thread the needle, I'm going to take my arm all the way up to the right side and exhale. Draw that right hand in and bring my right ear down to the mat. So I'm walking the right hand away, the left hand up, and I'm getting this really deep stretch into the lower right shoulder. Open up the palms. Let the left hand guide you through. You can walk it through. You can sit down for this one if the hips allow, or you can keep the knees up and then you walk the right arm back. Excellent. So again, deep, deep pose, stretching. When you get into the stretch, when you get into the sensation, then stop. Take a breath and rest. Rest in it. So we don't keep chasing the sensation. We find it, find your edge, and then rest. Take a breath. And gently release. And if the knees don't allow for these poses, you can always put a bolster in underneath the legs or rest a blanket underneath the knees. And then we come into a side plank from here. Whoops. And I'm going to take my right arm up. So this is one version of the side plank. I'm out on the heel of my left foot and my left arm is down. I can always support myself with my right foot if I like. And then open up the right shoulder coming around. Rotating the right shoulder cuff around. Inhaling and exhaling. Turn the foot around to come back into the down dog. And swivel around to the right side. Left arm up. So I have both feet, the outside of both feet resting on the mat, supporting me the left arm up. And inhaling. Rotate that left shoulder around. It actually feels so good. This is actually a really, really good pose for the right hip because this hip wants to come down. So I'm holding on to it and drawing it up, strengthening and stabilizing my hip, which is what we want going forward. Inhaling and exhaling. And release. Come back into a down dog. Take a breath. Walk the feet to the front of the mat. Hands to the knees, nice long spine. Get the feet working for you. Toes, sides of the feet, four corners of the feet and the heels. Bend the knees. Drop the heart down to the thighs and push the bum out to the back. And then come up, chair. Bending down again, and this time coming up into a chair pose. So in chair pose, you can take the arms out, but it takes quite a lot of pressure on the back. So I like to join the hands together, Once I have my foundation, my feet working for me, I join the hands together. So you can take the arms out, but that puts even more pressure on my back. And who wants more pressure on their back? Definitely not me. So with the strong legs, with the strong feet, I can gently come up. And folding forward again. The right foot back into the down dog. Take the right foot forward. Drop the knee. Come up. Get this gorgeous stretch on the left side. Release the arms down. Join the right foot to the left foot, back into the down dog, and shift the hips forward for the left foot to come down. Drop the right knee and up. Gorgeous. Just a really nice stretch. Just coming back to the mat. It's not important what we look like. What's important is how it feels. So we're not chasing sensation, we're noticing the sensations. Because if we're chasing sensations, we have a far bigger chance of hurting ourselves. But if we notice what's happening for us, and then coming to lying down. So you can get your breath back again when you lie down. Maybe take the knees back into the chest, circle around, drop both knees over to the left, just open up, take a rest. You can take the gaze over to the opposite side if that works, and just enjoy the twist. Back to center and drop the knees down to the right, and the gaze goes to the left. So as I drop my chin and nose over to the left, I'm getting this nice stretch between the right ear and the right shoulder. So I get this opening in the neck because the neck carries so much tension, and it's the bridge between the head and the body. And we often forget to take care of it, and then we have headaches. So when we have a little bit of stretch in between the neck, we're getting all that fresh oxygenated air and blood right up into the back of the head, which helps with those tension headaches that we get. And then the knees back up, and then let the legs down. Treat yourself to a moment or two on the mat to relax, just to get your breath, just to let that energy, that prana, that chi flow through. I'm going to come on up, but you're welcome to stay lying down. And I hope that was useful. It was a little bit more gymnastic-y than usual. And there's loads of different approaches you can take to each of those poses that I showed you. So I can do that the next time. Give you the different variations, because the last thing we want to do is to hurt ourselves. So when we come down to the mat, we are tuning into the senses, being very aware of the sensations, but not looking for pain. So I hope you enjoyed that. Hope you feel a little bit more enlivened. I know I do. And I'll be back again very soon. Mind yourself. Take care, Joan.